Like, love yourself first. You know what you want to do, what you want to be, without anybody even telling you. And most of the time, a purpose, God give it to you, and He give it to you so you can figure it out what it is. Like if, for example, if you musically talented, some people don't know that they musically talented until they start, doing stuff. Like for example, for Brie, she wouldn't have known that she knew how to play drums that good if she tried. Branch out and do that type of stuff. I didn't know that I knew how to play piano. I mean, I knew how to sing in the beginning because just God just gave me that voice. But I mean, like playing the piano and stuff like that. Like Miss Stephanie, she didn't know that she knew how to play the piano until she, put her hands on the keys and was like, oh, hey, I know how to play this. So that's what I think that a purpose is, you having it and then figuring out what it is. That's my take
Purpose to me is basically like knowing what you belong to, or knowing um what's meant for you, like a passion or something like that.
Purpose to me is like having a goal or like a point in your life. Like your life has a goal. If you don't have no goals in life, you just have no purpose. So probably so that's what purpose means.
Your purpose is also like having a reason for something. Like, yeah, when I see like life as a purpose, life has a reason for you, whatever.
Can I get mine?
You gotta talk loud.
All right. Purpose for me, it encompasses everything, but it has to be something to be fulfilled. That's what purpose means for me. Something that needs to be fulfilled.
It's kind of like what Twisted Echo, something that you like wanna get to, long term, short term.
Do you guys think that purpose changes over time, like, or do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I need to get you guys some Bibles real quick.
My Bible is something.
I'm gonna get a couple.
And somebody can get my iPad. I got the Bible on it right here.
I'm gonna start bringing my Bible out here soon.
Somebody grab my iPad. I got the Bible on it.
Go get his iPad. Let me just go get it. This is my Bible. I
It
like
was
this
yours.
Bible. I mean, it's not mine. I just like it.
So the first thing we need to, you guys already kind of read it yesterday, but kind of go back over it, is Genesis 1, 26 to 31.
Can we summarize on it?
Huh?
Can we summarize on it instead of reading it again?
Well, not the whole thing. It's just 26 through 31.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Anybody want to read it? We have the second scripture, so you can read the second one.
You said the first chapter?
Yeah, Genesis 1, 26 through 31.
And God said, wait, everybody got it?
It's what, 26?
Yeah, Genesis 1, 26 through 31.
And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over the fish of the sea. And over the, wait, did I read it? Oh yeah, okay. And over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you shall it be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so.
one of the major points in here is that we were created in God's image. And you guys hear that a lot. Okay. I know you guys hear that we were created in God's image a lot. That's like a foundational piece. But what does that mean? Does anybody really know what being in the image of God means?
Kind of sort of like it's kind of like trying to be like him in a way
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And like, cause like in the Bible it said that God wants you to be like Him. Like He wants you to be like Him. And like people would say you can't be like God, but He wants you to be. He wants you to have. Basically, He wants you to have that upbringing and that stronghold that where you can go and tell people about Him. You know, basically He wants you to be that missionary, so to speak. Like He wants you to talk, talk to people about God, get them to understand what He is. So basically, He put Himself in you, so that you can tell people about Him. See what I'm saying?
Anybody else anything else to say?
I think it means like having the opportunity or the to fulfill like that, like being like God, like resurrection. You know, us having us being human, like could we could actually like be like Him, you know, and that's why He gave us like ordained to it.
If you guys go right back to 26, originally you can see that it wasn't an afterthought for God. He already in his mind said, "No, I'm going to make humans just like me." And he had different kind of animals that he made, but he didn't make it like him. But he decided from the beginning, I wanted to use people on this earth to be my agents. Okay, so basically, what we are, we're agents for God. That was our original purpose from the very beginning. So it's not like some people are not called to be leaders. Some people are called to be leaders. We're really all leaders in our own sphere of influence, and we all have purpose. None of us are here just to be on the earth for a few years and die. We all have something that God wants us to impart into other people. So we were created in God's image. That was His original idea. And so another thing that is one of the main focus points is we reflect God's love more by what we do than what we say. And you always hear people say actions speak louder than words. And one thing that as leaders you must watch for is your actions. Because people see you and basically because you're the leader, they tend to follow. They tend to, if you do something one way, they tend to do it that way. Or if you think of something a certain way, and you might not even really mean to express it, or maybe you have like a strange facial expression, people tend to question what just happened. So being a leader is it's it's not like a tough job, but you kind of have to watch yourself, like even more than you know what you're doing now, because you have to be careful what you're doing, and trying to make promises that you can keep. You know, so, and being honest with yourself is really important as well. Um, so we reflect God's love by putting others' needs first. One important thing as a leader is important not to be selfish, but you don't want to be overly. You want to. It's not nothing wrong with giving, but you don't want to put yourself in a place where you're sacrificing yourself all the time, because originally it'll start off good, but then you, as your person, will get tired of it. You don't want to put yourself in a place where you're, just overly giving yourself or overdoing things. That's something that I tend to do. I tend to just like try to get everything done all the time, and that's one thing that's a struggle because of the fact when you keep doing that, you like burn yourself out real quick. And the most important thing is finishing strong. Not so much just saying I'm going to do something or I have 5 things to do today. It's actually getting those 5 things done.
Um, Also, with the doing everything yourself, it makes it harder for you to receive help later on
Yeah.
once you get in the mode of doing everything yourself and trying to get it done, because you're going to have your way of doing it and you're not used to having somebody else's input on it. So it's very important that you always distribute work and make sure that other people have hands in it at all times, so that way you don't ever have that feeling of, well, this is how I do it and I've already done it this way, and it just makes it easier for yourself.
Exactly. Do you guys have anything to say about that? Any things that you guys were thinking about?
Well, I got a question for the group. When she was saying that we have to show God's love, how else do you think you show God's love as y'all, as it will relate to y'all?
I think when you have the love of God, it just comes naturally. You just showing God's love. It's not like it's not like any you push yourself to do it. it's just something that comes natural. Like you just do it because that's how you live. It's like growing up, like you act like your parents because you don't try to act like your parents, but it's just something that just happens. You just do some things they do because that's just you. So showing God love is, I think, if you really have that love, it just comes naturally.